Hey everyone, it's Mike from Mike's Custom Saws again. No chainsaw work today. It's been about a month since I've been able to work on that 2511. Still in the same state as it was before, sitting on the degree wheel. I've got everything marked out for the porting and I'll be getting back to it. But the last month the weather is broken here and it's gotten sunny and warm, and I've had just a ton of stuff going on outside. So this video is just going to be like a little catch up on that, and I want to do another, like a 1-year anniversary of the greenhouse that I built out here. So take a walk through with that, and then the gardening and the lawn and the chicken coop I've been building. So just kind of a little catch up. Let's go into the greenhouse. Alright, this greenhouse I bought last year from Costco. It's the old Costco Greenhouse, and just want to do a 1-year review on it. We did a lot with it last year. I don't know if anyone watched those videos, but we did an intake fan down here. I put another fan in over there just to move the plants around. But these are all starts that I did in here from seed this year, and I am just thoroughly impressed with it. So every fan is going on right now because all the systems are working properly. I've got this circulation fan that's on a timer, actually comes on at 9 o'clock in the morning, goes off at 5. I put these Vivo Sun lights in, which have done an absolute amazing job, and I have a remote control to turn those on and off as I want from inside the house. And then our intake fan here, that's on a AC Infinity controller up here that controls this fan, and that's all Bluetooth. I can adjust that, so this comes on when it reaches 85 in here, and then that exhaust fan comes on when it reaches 85. So I start bringing cool air in from the bottom and exhausting some air out. And then this greenhouse automatically comes with this auto door. Hopefully the sun's not too bad there, and that thing is wide open right now, allowing this heat to get out. So we're at a really warm day here today, and this greenhouse is 85, 86 degrees, just holding right where it should. So just want to do a little update on that. The heater, I used that. I overwintered some plants in here and I kept it in here. The lowest I put the heater at was like 50 degrees, but mainly kept it 60, 65 through the winter. Now we didn't have a super cold winter, but it got below freezing multiple times. So that little Vivo Sun right there, that little Vivo Sun heater works really well, and it's got its controller too, so you set your temp and just leave it. But I just wanted to go over this. This has been pretty exciting for me, and I know I put a video out about a year ago after I just built it and got some of the fans going and everything, but it's better than my expectations to be able to grow. We've got tomatoes here, multiple different types. I got my cucumbers that are going to be going into the garden, my dill, some jalapeno peppers. This lettuce is a second crop that's going to be planted. A lot of basil back here, some more pepper plants, sweet pepper and cayenne pepper, and then there's some more sweet peppers back here and a basil plant. Actually, these peppers right here are banana peppers. So yeah, just wanted to do a little update on that. I'm gonna go outside and kind of show the gardens and how they're doing, and then my big project with this chicken coop and pen, and that's been taking all my time. So here's one of our beds here, and there's some radishes and peas in the background and carrots. Those were direct sowed in, and then all this is parsley and cilantro, and that was all grown in the greenhouse from seed, planted out here. And then there's about half my lettuce. We've eaten half of it, which is over there. So those little lettuces will come in here and start replacing the stuff we've been eating. And I'm just gonna take a walk around here. We got some strawberries. There's 2 grapes that I've been cultivating for a while, and our fig tree that I've been cultivating for a while, because we're still in construction mode here. I mean, this thing is by far not done. I want to put more boxes in, get a fence and everything. Here's the garlic that I put in. That was put in October of last year, 2025, and then mulched over. And I've got some bunching onions, and then we've got white, yellow, and red onions here, and then that deal in the greenhouse will come out over here. So some strawberry plants sitting in pots over there too. So I'm gonna walk over to the chicken coop, and that's show you kind of what's going on there. That's a big project. Okay, what you're looking at there is my old chicken coop that I built probably 10 years ago and moved here from our other house. When we built this one, I moved it over here. That thing is all tethered and ready to go away. So this thing has been my project, and this is why I have not been working on saws between this and getting gardening going. This is turning into a lot more than I thought it was going to. So there's the main door swings closed right there. It's going to be all netted in. And let's go inside first. And this is going to be the pen covered, completely covered area for them. It'll be all wire around with a little door to go out to the free range out. Then this is going to be the coop and the nesting boxes right there, and then more of the coop here, and then this other area right here is going to be storage. This will all be shiplapped all through this wall, and this is all going to be shiplapped on this wall. I got the door and the back wall done yesterday, and that's going to be storage access from outside for chicken food and anything having to do with chickens, ducks, and that type of stuff. That little framing is going to be where their little door is. They'll have a little ramp coming up here to get into the coop. So let me take you on outside and walk around this thing. So this is the side. I hope that sun will focus in there. Hopefully it will get better. Looks like a lot of shadows, but this is the side here. So that's that door from the outside to go into like the storage room for the chickens, and then this is all going to be pen run area. I like it because it's all made it all covered with metal roofing, so they will be dry even when it's pouring down rain out here. And then this is the back side. Oh, I'm walking off the metal here. And there's the nesting boxes. And so what I'm going to do is make a door right here that flips down on hinges down here. So it flips down and I can just grab the eggs. And then there'll be another door underneath here that flips down. And that's going to be my clean out. So easy clean out. Just bring the tractor back here and then slide everything out this door here. And then close the door back up, and then when I want to do really thorough cleaning, I'll go in through the main coop. And I should probably go back around there and show you where there's going to be doors, but it's coming out really good. It's just taking a lot of time. I mean, working full-time, family and everything, this is kind of get out here when I can. So and there's the opening of where the doors are going to be. I'm going to have two big 3-foot doors there to get in the coop and do major cleanings out and whatnot. So got one more thing to show you garden wise, so I'm going to get myself out of here. Alright, this is a kind of interesting project. My brother-in-law, we had a bunch of old wood, scrap wood sitting around, so I do my potatoes just in these Home Depot boxes. I don't put any tape on them or anything like that, but in the past I've done just a single layer of boxes, and you grow the potatoes up, keep adding dirt, and to get more product out of it, we figured that we could build a frame around it and then stack the boxes as the potatoes grow. And if you grow potatoes, you know you got to keep covering them as they grow. So I'll come in here and show you them, see them coming up, which they need to be covered. They were covered about 4 days ago, so I'll cover them back up and bring the dirt right up to level with them, and they'll just continue growing. And then we'll just, when the dirt is up to the top of these boxes, we'll just add another layer of box on it. And then to harvest them, we'll just take the front area, this front piece off, and then we can just scoop our potatoes out. And what's nice is I take all of that cardboard and dirt that they were grown in and just push it right over to this first compost pile. This is my starting pile, which is grass seed, food, all that type of stuff. So I harvest my potatoes, move all the dirt from here to here. That goes into the mixing process. And then next year, this is what I get. This is last year's pile. So this is my last year's compost pile. And then I'll continue turning this until probably summertime this year. And then it'll get joined into the main dirt pile. And this stuff is really, let's see if I can get some here. Yeah, it's really good soil. So just wanted to kind of go over that. And then we got one more project here I'll show you that I've been working on. All right, this has been my other project, the lawn. So I've always had a beautiful lawn, kept it up a lot, and this whole area here completely died out this year. And you can hear the rooster. So it completely died out, so I had to do something. So I decided to go ahead and top coat the entire lawn. So this is all top coated with fresh soil, and then dragged, and now I got seed on it. And now what I'm doing is waiting for a peat roller to come in, and I'll roll a peat and soil mixture on it, and then I just got to water the heck out of it to get that grass seed to grow. But top coating, a lot of work. There was a lot of prep. I had to do my thatching, aeration, fertilizing before, and then I got 30 yards of soil brought in, which was 2 days of just moving soil with the tractor into little mounds out here, spreading it with a Landsea 10-foot drag, and then finally got it to where it's at now, laid seed on it. So it's been taking up a lot of my time. All right, I just wanted to catch up a little bit. I know I've been kind of off of the YouTube, and you know, saw work has come down to nothing lately in the last month, but you know, it is a hobby of mine, and so I'll get back to it, and I will finish up that 2511, and I'm going to continue videoing all the processes. So I'll get back to it, but I got to take care of the household, the family, and the weather's good, so I got to be out here doing the gardening and the yard. And I didn't show you, but I had gotten 6 new baby chickens this year, little chicks. I actually grew them in the greenhouse, which worked out really well. Put a box in there with a heat lamp, and that was perfect, other than their little chicken dust that goes everywhere, and I had to clean the greenhouse for a second time this season, big time. But it worked out. But then I had to separate the big bird's pen so that they're not together, because they're not big enough to be with the large birds. So it was a lot of work, just kept going and going, and I needed to get this new chicken coop and pen done, and that thing just keeps evolving and getting more and more and more. So as do projects go, and you can hear them squawking right now. She's not happy, but yeah, that's living out here. That's how it is. But I'll probably do another video just quick, just to show the chicken coop and how that thing came out. It's been coming out pretty good, and I'm really excited for it to get those birds in there. So anyways, that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll get this posted up, short and sweet. For the people that have watched the other greenhouse video when I just started this greenhouse project, come back and see it again, because it's worked out really good. I would recommend this greenhouse to anyone, and you can just mod it out however you want. And this thing is pretty much runs by itself. I gotta go in and water and all that. In the first video I showed how I put a watering system and spigot in there and everything. Didn't go over that this time, but as far as the temperature control and environmental control, it's awesome. It just runs on its own. So thanks everyone. I'm gonna get off here. I got another day of work ahead, so yeah, hopefully next time it'll be the 2511T again. Talk to you all later. Thanks a lot.